Steve, hi, how you doing? Hope you're well, etc. Like, subscribe, you know the drill. Today I am putting out a video. I was going to put out an Eno video, but I realised to do it I wanted to do the tape loop style, and I wanted to actually give a little bit of a tape like quality to the loops. So I've been messing around with it, and actually it's more of a mashed up Boards of Canada style tape effect that I've put together. So I've got two different effects, and because I'm nice, I've got free downloads for you that you can get in the link in the description of the video, and I'll show you how to beat the crap out of samples to make them sound very tapey and very vintage and very knackered like the Boards of Canada and other styles are. Here we are. I've got two different styles. So what I've got is, they're both called Bad Tape because it's like bad tape. Bad tape machines. I was actually quite inspired by the idea of the Boards of Canada when they look at the Grundig tape machine and this mad valve thing that it's got going on that just totally mashes the sound up, and I thought it'd be really interesting to go about recreating that in Ableton with all stock effects. So the first one, I've got two chains. This is just a couple of extra pitch things with a glue compressor because I wanted to add them. But the main effects, I have the gentle vintage preset from Ableton's EQ8. I've got a little bit of dust, and then we've got an effect rack where we're using parallel effects processing. So it's nothing too major, but we've got a flanger, broken tube preset, hiss preset, hot tubes. I've done a little bit of button tweaking on that. A slow pitch using shifter, a fast pitch using shifter, and then this echo tape effect and a chorus effect. Put all those together. I've macroed them up in the rack, and what we can do, which is great, we can actually just randomize that to get a totally random sound. And without the tape. Randomize again. So you can get some fairly nice meaty effects going on there. And you can take all of these down and make it a lot more subtle. You can take all of them down pretty much low down. And it's quite a subtle effect, nothing too much. Then what we've got in the other one, we've got them in serial. So I've got two effects chains. I've got the dry chain, which has just got the glue compressor on it, and then the main effects chain, which is all of these effects apart from the echo chained together. So they're going through one to the other, and the affected sound is going into the next one, etc. So this creates a lot more of a harsh effect. It can really mess it up, which is why we've got a dry wet knob here. I've macroed the dry wet controls. The gentle vintage preset stays the same. Some Dust is the sample of Some Dust. I've taken the rate down a little bit, and I've mapped the dry wet there, so the dust parameter there on the bad tape. We've got the broken tube preset, which has been modified a little bit, and I've again modified, I put the dry wet control onto the macro. Hiss, again, dry wet control on the macro. Hot tubes preset, slightly modified, dry wet control is macroed onto tube. The shifter, the first one, that's a little bit like the wow effect of tape, and the dry wet effect of that is macroed on there. But I've also macroed the spin, and the spin, if I play it around with that, that's the relative positions of the two LFOs, so it gives a lot of width and depth to that if you increase the spin on it. And likewise for the second shifter, I've got exactly the same thing, but that's got a faster rate, so more like the flutter effect of tape. The chorus ensemble, because the chorus gives quite a nice sort of tapey effect as well that I like the sound of. Dirty Tremolo, which is a preset of the shifter effect. And then we've got Tape Malfunction, which again is a preset of the shifter effect, just adding little bits of pitch wobble in there to mimic a tape type effect. And then we've got the glue compressor, which I've also got on the dry channel just to squash things down if you need them. So if I play that, and we're going to wet, so you can see that's really mashed the sound up, but you can get a mixture of the two. And again, you can randomize. And the compressor in this one's mapped as well, so you can really heavily compress it if you want that sound. So these are there to have fun with, but the other thing you can do, which is great, if I add an audio track, and I'll set that to resampling, and let's use the first one because it's a little bit gentler, a little bit smoother. I will just arm that track, set that to play, and we'll record. Brilliant. Now we've got that audio track, what we can do is create a new MIDI track. I'll just drag that audio into there. That's going to create a sampler with the audio sample in it. I'll stop this, play the audio track. I'll just pop a note in there. Brilliant. Change that to 2 bars. Now that's quite mashed up, but because I saved those 2 presets, I'm going to now grab this, hold down Option, drag it into there as the audio effect, and we can now double effect it. Brilliant, and then we can record that again if we want to. Put that into there. Excellent. And then I can drag that into the sampler. We'll take that there. Okay, stop that, and we'll play this. And by different tools, a bit like the Basinski video I did, you can just gradually erode and mess up that sound. Likewise with this one. See, this is just a very different way of mashing it up with a serial. So I record a sample of that. Brilliant. And then we can go into this sample player here. And it's going through the other sample as well. It's going through the other rack. That's a bit extreme. Find a nice happy medium. Put the dust on it, we'll bring the chorus down, the extra pitch, the spin. We don't want the fast pitch too much. We don't want the slow pitch too much. Now all of a sudden, we'll put a bit of reverb on that. We've got a really messed up vintage sounding thing, which sounds like it's been through one of these old tape machines like the Boards of Canada actually make. Slightly shorter video because I forgot I was off away up to Newcastle to see my mates at the weekend, so I'll be enjoying myself in the not too warm sunshine as you're watching this. Thank you very much. Catch you next time where I will be doing the Eno tape loop thing. See you later.